Have you ever pondered the possibility of Jesus not actually dying on the cross, but merely falling unconscious and later waking up in the tomb? This is not a new theory, but one that has been proposed and debated for centuries. In this exploration, we delve into the chronological events of the crucifixion and the hypothesis of Jesus' escape from death. The crucifixion, a method of capital punishment, was a slow and painful death, often lasting for days. However, the Gospel of Mark tells us that Jesus was on the cross for only about 6 hours, raising questions about whether this was long enough for him to die. After the crucifixion, Jesus' body was taken down from the cross and placed in a tomb. But could it be that he was not dead, but merely unconscious, entering a state known as a swoon? This is where the swoon hypothesis comes into play. The swoon hypothesis, first proposed by Carl Friedrich Barth and Carl Venturini in the 18th century, posited that Jesus did not die on the cross. Instead, he merely fell unconscious, or swooned, and later woke up in the tomb. This theory was later supported by Heinrich Paulus and Friedrich Schleiermacher in the 19th century. This hypothesis gained traction again in the late 19th century when Mirza Ghulam Ahmad proposed that Jesus had not only survived the crucifixion, but had also traveled to India afterward. This perspective, while rejected by modern scholars, continues to find support in certain circles, including the Rajneesh movement and some Muslim scholars, such as Ahmed Deedat and Zakir Naik. Supporters of the swoon hypothesis point to the short duration of Jesus' time on the cross and the lack of eyewitness accounts of his dead body as evidence. However, critics counter these arguments with the lack of historical evidence for such a scenario and the medical implausibility of surviving a crucifixion. To summarize, the chronology of events surrounding Jesus' crucifixion presents a puzzle that has intrigued scholars for centuries. The swoon hypothesis proposes that Jesus did not die on the cross, but was in a state of unconsciousness when taken down. Despite the lack of historical evidence and medical plausibility, this theory continues to spark debate and find support in various corners of the world. So the question remains, did Jesus escape death on the cross and wake up in the tomb? While the answer is not definitive, the exploration of this hypothesis offers a fascinating insight into one of history's most pivotal moments.